So we'll start with our team song. And can you please share the link? We are live. Please share the link quick, and then uh,
Can you switch it backstage?
huh?
Can you switch it backstage?
Oh, okay.
The new service song is playing.
In a circle podcast where hearts unite, sharing our truths, bringing hope to the light. Community strong, we're never alone. Together as one, we've created a home. So join the conversation, let's set the tone. In a circle podcast where love is well known. So join the conversation, let's set the tone. In a circle podcast where love is well known.
Okay. Welcome everyone. Welcome to our panelists. Welcome to our guest. Today is Thursday, October 3rd, and as always, we are here at 7 p.m. There's a background noise. Who's that? Okay, so again, welcome everyone. Today our topic is, can a broken trust be rebuilt? So before we dive in, I will my name is Abe Kamara. Today I'm your host. So we'll go around the room for our panelists to introduce themselves quick. You already know the usual crew. Mel, you unmute.
Sorry. Good evening, everyone. We're back here again tonight. I'm Melvin Lionel Zia, one of your panelists here. Excited about the topic and looking forward to learning and hearing different perspectives as it relates to the topic on the discussion tonight.
Dream.
Hello everyone, Dream here tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to have a great time and learn and share my own opinions and stuff.
Titus.
Yeah, happy to be here, guys. Join us. Let's do this together tonight. It's gonna be a fun discussion. Let's go.
Sam.
A pleasant good evening to all of you here and to all of the folks who are watching us and will be watching us even after here. Hello to you. I'd like to say welcome, and I'm excited to be here tonight to discuss this very interesting topic.
Patience.
Hi everyone. Welcome you all. I'm excited to learn new things and just interact with you all today.
Peterson.
Good evening, everyone. Coming to you straight from Chicago and looking forward to tonight's discussion. Welcome to all the listeners and everybody that will tune in.
Miss B.
Good evening, everyone. It's your girl, Miss B here, and I'm excited about the topic tonight. So come on.
Okay, thank you to our great panelists. Again, our topic tonight is, can a broken trust be rebuilt? So, with that, Semwa, what's your take on this topic?
Right off the bat, I think yes. I think broken trust can be rebuilt, and it will have to take individuals who are involved to put in some work in order to make that happen. When trust is broken, there has to be effort, genuine effort, in order for it to be reconstructed and rebuilt.
And what kind of broken trust? I mean, relationship,
In,
friendship.
in any given way. For example, even in friendship, if I trusted Melvin on a certain issue or certain thing. We have a friendship, and he broke that trust. And if I was, still interested in giving him a second chance to see if I can trust him again, he has to work for that trust. He has to do double the work in order for him to ensure or convince me that he can be trusted again. I mean, I think everybody makes mistakes, and so people deserve second chance or second chances, and so for that reason, I think trust can be rebuilt. Effort has to be put in place, and it has to be intentional.
So if your wife or fiance broke your trust by cheating on you, are you gonna give her a second chance?
Elevate that discussion.
We talking about, it's a broken trust.
No,
We just want to take it. I just want to, as your host tonight, I want to take it from different angles.
Here's the thing, right? Can be, which means it could happen, right? It's not a definite thing. I think we will have to consider the circumstances surrounding the issue, and we will have to make decision from there.
Okay, there was circumstance, and then from there we'll move on to
But maybe it all depends on the circumstances that are before us. You give me an instance. If you want to give me more instance, then we can dive.
No. I mean, it's like, hey, you have laid the groundwork. Mel, what's your take on the topic tonight? Can a broken trust be rebuilt? And let's be holistic, right? I mean, take it from the holistic point of view.
To answer your question, I would say yes. Broken trust can be rebuilt, but again, it has to be a person who have broken the trust should be able to acknowledge that they have done something to somebody, either their partner, their parents, or kids, or relationship-wise, whichever we want to look at it tonight. Whoever breaks the trust should acknowledge that they have broken the trust. And two, honest communication, and also being willing to put in work, as the same said. If you can break a trust and be like, well, pompous and not acknowledging that you've done something that have caused harm to someone mentally. You have to acknowledge that, be honest in communicating and in showing that you work towards it. So then, yes, once those things are happening and you are honest, taking it from there, you kind of give the person who trust you've broken to be able to build something substantial with you. So yes, broken trust can be rebuilt.
Okay, so the same question I asked someone: if you catch your wife cheating, and like, are you gonna forgive her and rebuild that trust, even if she acknowledge that, hey, I'm sorry? Are you gonna trust her and rebuild that trust?
Yeah. So this is a different demographic we're looking at right now. For me personally, if it comes to that, I don't think that will happen. I'll be honest with you.
So you can build other trust, but not that trust.
Not that one. I'll be very honest with you. Why am I saying that? So I want to kind of dive deep into it because we have a conversation the last time.
Sure.
Dive into that topic, okay? Like I said, there are some things some standards you have, some personal goal you set, some certain things you don't want somebody crossing, setting boundaries. And for me, that is a no. So if that happens, I mean, I can kind of build some type of relationship with you, but it will not be on that level. You and I will not, take it from there. It has broken. That can be rebuilt. I'm damaged. I have to find someone else that I can build that with to go forward. So yes, I would say no if it comes to that specific aspect of it.
Okay, got your point. Dream, what's your take?
Well,
Can a broken trust be rebuilt? And let's look at it holistically.
Well, I would say yes, and yes because it takes work. If the person who breaks the individual trust is willing to put in the work, it's going to take time because, depending on the situation or depending on how much damage was caused, it's going to require, like Melvin said, acknowledging the breach that was, caused, and being consistent and reliable. The person who breaks the other person's trust have to, put in the work, give reassurance that you're really sorry and really want to make amends for, have to be remorseful about what you did. And the person whose trust was broken have to give themselves time to be able to make conscious decision and, whether or not they're willing to go down that journey of rebuilding your trust with that
Okay.
individual.
Okay, got your point. So you're taking the line of Mel and Sam, but again, I'll ask you, right? The same question I'm asking. If you catch your husband cheating, or if your husband cheated on you, are you going to forgive him? And how long? He said, like, it takes time. How long?
We had
Well,
knowledge of him.
last week I said I was gonna walk away.
Oh,
But
then now, oh, wait, let me hold you there. So last week you said you're going to walk away. What changed? What changed from Tuesday to Thursday?
nothing changed. What I'm gonna say is, Sam said it, and I kind of learned a lot of things from last week. You know, people do make mistakes. Sometimes they go into stuff intentionally, stuff they do it. But if the person is, remorseful and they're willing to, make amends, I'm just gonna say, depending on how well or how hard that person is trying, going to try to, try to make amends for the situation. But I mean, maybe it would probably be a one-time thing. You're not gonna say sorry and then go back and go do it again, then come back and say sorry.
Okay. Okay, got your point. So I guess you're saying, right? I don't know about others. So they're saying they don't know about Sam and Dream because Mel said when it comes to relationship, that's a no-no for him. So I think our guess this year is going with your line, Mel. So if like every relationship anyway
I
for
want to ask Mel a question when you're done.
okay, just there. So we'll give other panelists an opportunity, right, to address this. Patience, what's your take on the topic tonight? Can a broken trust be rebuilt? And let's be holistic. Friendship, relationship. You're on mute. You're on mute.
For me, I would say it depends on the relationship. In most cases, no. To where I'm at right now, it's one chance. You mess it up, we're done. Apology accepted, access denied. We had whatever we had in any form of unless it comes to my parents. That's where I'm at. Or family relationship. Then we're gonna build on that because, like they say, family tree can bend, it can break. But when it comes to friendship and romantic relationship, we're all adults. The choices we make, we live by those decisions. I mean, that's just where I am. You choose to break my trust or choose to go and share something that I told you as a friend. You go share with someone else and I hear it out there. That's a choice that you make. I accept your apology. Apparently, you didn't value the relationship that we had for me to trust you with my secret. You felt the need to go share it. I respect that. Now you stay in your space, I'll stay in my space. We're not enemies. We're just not where we used to be because I
Okay.
can't give somebody else the chance to hurt me twice at this point in time of my life. So it's
So
a
for
yes
you,
and no.
yeah. So for you, when it comes to relationship, it's one and done.
Nope.
Boom. It's gone.
It's
Okay.
done. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Titus, what's your take? Can a broken trust be rebuilt? If your wife, your fiance cheated on you, are you going to forgive her? Holistically.
A broken trust can and cannot be rebuilt. I think it depends on the severity of the trust that was broken. And honestly, I have an appreciation for this discussion tonight, if because it's kind of a segue to the one that we had on Tuesday when we were talking about the cheating epidemic. This question came up. There were different views and perspectives on the exact question you were asking. When it came to me, I said, and I'll still say, that is one principle for me, that's unforgivable, right? Because of what I understand when it comes to being involved with the opposite gender, as far as from the male and female perspective. So, no, no matter what time has been invested in that marriage or that relationship, a woman steps out, she steps out. I have to let her go.
Okay.
On the other hand, with friendships and jobs, even at your job, there are times people are not, or you make a mistake. Sometimes you're not transparent with what you do. You get talked to about it, you get counseled about it. Yeah, those trusts that have been broken in those other areas can be rebuilt. It can be
Okay.
rebuilt, and like everybody is saying, it will require a lot of work, consistency, honesty, and transparency. So,
Okay. Peterson.
Yep. So, like everybody has been saying, for me personally, I think if a trust is broken, it can be rebuilt. Of course, It depends on the situation, and it's going to take a lot of time and effort. But not only from the person that broke the trust to acknowledge, but the person that was betrayed, they also have to acknowledge how broken they are about it or how they feel about it. So you can't just say, "Oh, this person hurt me," and then you leave it out there. You have to actually be genuine with yourself, and you have to be honest with yourself and how you feel about it.
Okay, so let me take it from the relationship aspect and from that line. If your wife cheated on you, and are you gonna forgive her? Are you gonna let you guys rebuild that trust?
Well, in the context of marriage, now that's a different, that's
Is
a
it a
whole
yes or
different
is it a
thing.
yes or no? We give her a second chance.
I might depend on the situation.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Miss B.
Oh my God, I still have questions from you.
Wait. I will come back to
What's
you.
your question, Dream?
We gotta get by the opportunity, right?
I still when you're done
We'll
this.
come back. Wait, Miss B.
It is interesting that we're having this conversation because I'm literally dealing with this right now.
Okay.
And I am about to put an end to a relationship. And I know for a fact this relationship will not be rebuilt. There is no room for rebuilding this relationship. Especially when somebody goes out of their way to do what they are currently doing to me, with which I did nothing. I'm not perfect, but I did nothing to warrant this behavior and this treatment, right? And so therefore, and there's just been a lot of things been building up. Like for me, it takes it's like when I'm there. It takes a long time for me to walk away. And it'll be a lot of things, right? But the moment I say I'm done, case closed. No, bye, boo. I'm not coming back. It's a wrap. And so
So if you say it takes a long
this
time,
conversation
how long?
is just
Wait.
reassuring my.
Let me hold you there. If you say it take a long time, how long would it take you to rebuild a trust or to walk away?
How long did it take me to walk away?
Yeah.
It varies, right? Every relationship that I've walked away from has 3 years, 4 years. I've never, like I shared on Tuesday, I've never been single, really. Like I'm always in a committed relationship, and so there's a lot of things that will happen,
Sure.
and I'll still be there, right? But even with friendships, right? People say, "Oh, you have a high tolerance for BS," unfortunately.
Okay.
And so in knowing that, what I've noticed is when I've left something and I've walked away, I've not invested in rebuilding. So I think the time that I'm there, I'm invested and I'm there and I'm willing to work through things. But when I'm gone, I'm done. It's a wrap. I don't look back.
Okay.
So there's no opportunity to rebuild for me.
Okay, got you. Dream, what's your question to Mel? And then we'll highlight some of the comments here. It's coming in hot. Dream, what's your comment to Mel?
Melvin keeps saying to walk away, and I get it. That's you and whatnot. But we all know men cheat a lot. So what if the situation was reversed? Are you gonna expect it?
Great question, Dream.
What if?
What if we're gonna answer a hypothetical question here tonight? Yes. Basically, if it kind of up to the person, if they believe that will have psychological effect on them, they can make that decision. I'll be okay with it. All right, and I would respect that as well, because it's not just about you. Okay, there are a lot of things entailed. So if the person decides and say, because this happened, no, and you did this, I'm not keeping on this route, and I will respect that and walk away and respect that person with and kind of respect them as well.
Okay. So just to that point, Dream, to your question, right? So we just had a comment here from JP Pastor. So if you find a Liberian man who does not cheat too much, marry him. To the ladies here, right? I'm telling you guys, marry him, my sister. We are only two. She's saying we are only two in a Liberian.
Why the too much though? Why the
Abby?
Yeah.
Abby, I don't know if you're intentionally ignoring this question that you were.
Yeah, I was going to ask too.
So here's my take on that. Right? I will put it here for our audience to see. for me, as your host tonight, I do not give second chances, right? Like, hey, especially when it comes to a relationship, because I'm just gonna be pretending that I trust you, but I don't trust you anymore. And what happens in that situation is I'm always gonna be looking over my shoulder.
Mhm.
And I don't like to worry myself, right? I like to be very, very joyful in life. So if I was married and I kept my wife cheating, hey, I'd rather walk away than to be looking over my shoulder. That's my take on that. So hey, let's so Mel, great answer there. And to Pastor. Hey, okay, so the ladies, what's your take on that? That if you find
Alright.
a Liberian man who does not cheat too
Pastor
much,
had to put
will
the
you
two
go
much.
Why must he cheat in the first place? Like,
Why did he even say too much?
Dream,
right?
wait. Okay, Dream, let me hold you there. Patience.
Why must he cheat in the first place? Like, why should it be a thing where if you find a Liberian that doesn't cheat too much, too much, he shouldn't cheat at all.
Well, I
Exactly.
think I wasn't here Tuesday. Unfortunately, that I missed Tuesday topic, but I think okay, like it seems like okay, we acknowledge the person probably is acknowledging there's an epidemic, right? So
It's not, but it's
if
not
you find
though.
one that does not cheat too much, why
it's
don't you go ahead and give him a chance?
It's not. It's not. You see, these like we said on Tuesday. These are choices that people make. People make these choices to cheat. Cheating is not a disease. They have people who are addicted to sex. Go seek help if that's something. If that's something you're struggling from, go ahead and seek help. But if you choose to be with someone, you be with that person, because when you're cheating, your partner is being affected by it emotionally and physically as well too, because whatever it is that's coming from out there, you're bringing it home. So
Okay,
the whole cheating thing is not even it shouldn't even be a discussion. Nope.
okay. To the guys on here, same why. Do you think it's acceptable if you find a brand guy who does not cheat too much, should the ladies give him a chance and marry him?
Oh, if you had not twisted that question, I was going to be like, what kind of homo
Yeah,
question is
no,
that?
no, no. I want you to ask the question, reverse the question. What
First
if
of
you
all,
find
I
a
So he
don't
was,
Liberian woman that
you thought he
doesn't
was gonna
that
say
doesn't cheat
marry him?
too much? Will you
I'm
No,
not
no, I
marry
gonna
said
her?
marry her.
marry her. What's your take? What's your take on that? Do you think it's acceptable, right, for
No,
the lady to
here's
marry
the
a
thing.
guy?
Maybe there are successful and happy marriages around here.
Mhm.
At its initial, stage, people made mistakes or people cheated, right?
Mhm.
For different reasons.
Okay.
And their partners forgave them and they were intentional about those apologies and they have been able to work together and those things have not repeated themselves. And so if you love your partner and you feel, I'm not going to sit down here and tell anybody you must, but if you feel that you can give this person a second chance, and like AB, you were very clear with yourself, you know who you are, and you said this is something that is unacceptable for me, I cannot and will never do it. If you feel like you're that kind of person, I encourage you to move on. But if you feel that you have grace within you, that you can accept this person back and work with them
Mhm.
as they work on themselves, then give it a shot. So the decision is all yours to make. But I would encourage anybody. People can change. People can make mistakes. People can cheat, and they can get back to being a better person. So
So if your wife or your fiance is in that situation, if you can rebuild that trust, are you going to give her the same opportunity that you feel like
He asking him the same question.
the ladies should give the men?
and maybe I'll answer this by saying it all depends on the situation.
Mm.
What kind of
I don't
situation?
think it's
What kind of situation
What
does
kind
it
of
depend on?
yeah.
Yeah.
when you
What kind
well,
of
if you give me a scenario, then I'll address it. How about that?
why is
Cheating?
Okay, I think for instance,
It is general.
men
Give me a
wait,
men
scenario,
who
then
wait,
I'll
cheat,
wait,
address it.
wait, wait,
wait,
wait.
one second.
Jenny, Miss
Men
B, go
who
ahead.
cheat, they tend to cheat. They tend to stop cheating when they reaching old age. That's just the reality. When you got one foot in the nursing home, now you want to be faithful. You're looking for somebody to take care of you, to
Yep.
start feeding you your
Yep.
cream of wheat and your oatmeal.
Yep.
That's what I see. Those successful relationships that Sam talking about that have survived cheating is because she waited for him to be old
Mhm.
and slow down. When all functions are not operating accordingly, so now he's the most loving, oh my God, attentive husband. And that's wrong. It's like you give relationships your youth, the best years of your life, you know, when you're vibrant and you're physically alive. And then all of a sudden now she'll be happy because he reached 50, 52, and he wants to be home. Yeah, you want to be home. You're tired. At 9 p.m. is your bedtime now. Your body's telling you 9 p.m. is late.
Okay.
So you no longer want to be out there at 1 a.m. chasing somebody and chasing no young girl. That's just the reality. I just had to put that out there. That I think that's what Sam is talking about. Those thriving.
Okay. Let me hold you there. Sam, is that the kind of relationship that you're alluding
But
to?
there are young people. There are some people. I know a friend, right? His wife made a mistake. She cheated on him when he was in a different country, and he forgave her, right? I was the only person he confided in, and I told him, I say, if you want to stay with this woman, do not tell your sisters, do not tell any of your family members. If you do not want to stay with her, then go ahead and confide in them.
Yeah.
He shut his mouth. He loved his wife, and today they've been together for about 9 years now, happily. They're young folks.
Long distance cheating is not cheating.
Wait, so Dream,
But the situation, that's why I said
hold on, let me hold you there. Dream, what were you saying?
I said, brother, will pay there.
No, that man, I know he will not pay.
Wait, okay, guys. So this was
and then in another country they say, oh, but that's not cheating, it don't count.
And what's gonna happen now?
Dream. We gotta control situation here. We gotta control situation here. So Mel, let me come to you.
Yeah.
Miss Dream just alluded that long distance cheating is not considered cheating.
No.
Do you agree?
No, it is considered cheating. I mean, once you decide to be committed to somebody, regardless of where you are, right? Whether that person is within your presence or 20-some odd thousand miles away, you chose that person and you made that commitment till death do us, depending on what the relationship, marriage, or say, this is the person I want to be with, right? You made that commitment. It doesn't matter where you are. I think what your focus should be is working on you guys coming together. If the person is in Africa and you are here working on that and making sure that happens. You can say I'm in Liberia and the person here, I'm cheating. It really doesn't count. It is still considered cheating.
Okay, Tadas.
No, he go fight war is not cheating.
What you want me to address, Abe?
So if your partner is in Africa, okay, you have a partner in Africa and they cheat on you, is that considered cheating or not, in your view?
It's cheating. I mean, like Mel said, first off, I don't think I would ever be involved with that type of relationship. What is that? You know, I don't get involved like that. I'm a Pisces. You know, my love language is different. So for us to get involved with that type of, I know myself. So yeah, it will not even get to that place.
Okay, guys. First, let's try to open. I know the comments are coming in hot. But that gave folks the opportunity. If you want to contribute to the comments, we appreciate all the comments tonight. You can also call us on our number if you want to, say something, contribute. Our number is 612-516-3349. Again, 612-516-3349. So again, the topic tonight: can a broken trust be rebuilt in anything, relationship, friendship? That's what we're discussing here tonight, and we appreciate all of the comments. Keep bringing on your comments. I will put this one up for our panelists to take a shot at it. It's out of 8 billion people living on Earth, 6 billion are women. The ration is heavily weighted on men. Is that a true statement, or is just Ms. B seems to be talking? Go ahead.
Society tends to use that data to kind of say, well, the ratio of men to women is limited. So therefore, for every one woman, I think for every one man, he has 2 women, right? And so, no, not everybody's meant to be having a partner. We're all in different stages, that we have different ages here floating around. And so that ratio of women that we're making, that 6 billion, maybe some are old and maybe some are young. So that does not mean that age group that's in the position to be married and be together, there should be equivalent enough people in that age group, in that market, to have one-on-one relationships, and that should be no rationale for for cheating. But I feel like if he's fighting war, or she's fighting war, he's in Liberia and she's in America, it's not cheating.
Why is that? Why in your view that's not cheating? If they are married, why you think that's not cheating?
Because the reality is the distance. Maybe
You
people
cannot
get
commit to distance.
maybe the distance. What I've heard is maybe the distance would cause you to forget about that aspect of your body or your life, and therefore you become no use to that partner when y'all do reconnect. So that's another perspective, a way to look at it. And Patience said something about addiction. I don't think sex addiction is what causes people to cheat. Sometimes people can be addicted to sex and still want to have sex with just that one person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question for
I totally agree to that.
Okay. Oh yeah. Go ahead, man.
Let's be. So don't you think if you're away from the person, you think you want to, be intimate with someone else, don't you think it's okay to break that up before you do that? If you say that it's not considered cheating, because cheating as it defined is you having a partner and having an affair with someone who isn't that partner.
Okay.
Cheaters do that. That's a prime thing that cheaters do. Oh, but we were broken up, right? They will break up with you just to go sleep with somebody and come back real quick. Oh, but I went there, that thing didn't work out, but now we back together. So yeah. But technically we were broken up, right? That's how Dwayne Wade had that baby. Because technically him and what's her name? Gabrielle Union was broken up, so-called broken up.
But then you just mentioned that it's not considered cheating. Are you changing that statement?
No, it's still considered cheating. Even if you break up with somebody and come back to them, that's still considered cheating, right? That's a relationship that is here. My position I'm taking is saying, if the person is out of the country, even if you say, okay, I'm breaking up with you right now, right? They're out of the country. What control do they really have over it, right?
So
that distance, we all doing it. We all doing it. We know we all doing it, but we all see it, right? When it comes to people come here to America, they have every intention. They will send for their wife or their partner, but it's like they having interactions, and that wife who in Liberia, I think it's her husband's not having interactions. She's living in denial. That's just the reality. Does he stop those affairs when she gets here? Yes, I've seen it. She gets here. Look, my woman coming. The thing is over with. It is what it is.
All right.
And that wife come and he's faithful.
It'll be 1 minute. Mesby, I will say this, okay? Being a committed wife, you don't have to you do the right thing when the person is around. You can do the right thing in the person absent or in the present. So that statement you just made, I'm trying to, understand it. Wherein the person is not here, so it really doesn't count. You don't have to be in the present to be committed. Being a person absent, you can do the right thing in their absent, in their present. That will make you a committed partner. If you step outside of that, you are cheating.
Let me back you up for two. Let me back you up for 2 seconds.
Okay, wait, yeah. Let's go to Tyler.
Let me back Mel up for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
There are people who value long distance relationship. Long distance relationship actually works for some people. And if you're in that relationship, there is commitment still. Folks communicate, they get to know one another, they build trust, they build connections over long distance. If you're gonna go and step out of that sacred thing that you guys are building, the chemistry, the communication, it's the same thing as being with another person physically when that's the type of relationship that works for you. So infidelity is infidelity, no matter the distance. As long as you give your word and your commitment to a person, just honor it. If it doesn't work for you, don't get into it.
Okay,
that's it.
So, okay, yeah, got it. Dream, you said if your husband cheated on you, you will give him a second chance. Once you give him a second chance, what things?
Depends.
What? Huh?
It depends.
Oh, depends on what? Can you clarify that, please?
Like, you're coming back to say sorry. How sorry are you? Not just saying sorry. Are you showing me you're sorry? Are you really sorry?
He said, okay, if he says I'm never going to do it again. Are you going to?
understand when you. It's not about you just telling me. That's what I'm saying. You have to show me that you're never gonna do it again. I have to see
What
the.
action? What action are you going to be looking for? Or how long will you? How long are you going to observe those
Well,
actions?
I'm not gonna say I can. I'm gonna put a number on it to say how long and whatnot. But like I said, I'll give you the chance, depending on the work you're showing. You have to give me your time, because the time you're cheating, I believe you're putting time to that partner, money and whatsoever investment you're putting into that person. I'm gonna have to see you give me your time and commitment. I'm gonna have to see all of those things.
Okay.
And also I wanted to comment to something. um what's his name?
Mel
uh,
or Titus?
Sam. So, and
Okay.
then he commented on it too. So I said sometimes when in situations like that where your partner and you are not in the same country, like long distance relationship, and one person cheats, and then you guys come back together and the person forgive the cheater, and y'all come back together. A lot of the times people do that in essence of, maybe if I do mine in return, now I have something on you to say, well, remember when you did yours and then I forgive you. So that's what I think. If somebody just like easily just say, oh, you know what, especially men are really hard to forgive when it comes to, you know there are women cheating. A lot of men will tell you, I'll walk away, I'm not give you a second chance. So I believe, or I let me just say, I think in most cases that man will probably be forgiven to say, if I do my own now, I know we're on the same page. So
Okay, got it. So, I mean, Pastor is hot here tonight. He says like he tends to agree with Miss B that hey, long distance cheating should be considered sometimes because hey, man, it's like you're out there, you're lonely, and your partner is there. She might be lonely. So, Sam, why? I know you said like a friend of yours that you trusted did that. How's that relationship going? You said 9 years. Is it has just been like any maybe like as Dream is saying payback from their experience?
maybe they're not there.
No. Maybe I said a friend who I know,
Yeah.
his wife made a mistake. They
Hmm.
worked it out. They're moving. I haven't checked with them recently. The last time I know they celebrated their anniversary, and as far as I know, they've been going good. But I want to address the comment um, that Miss B Bolin made here. Frankly, I thought she was joking, and I'm still something in me tells me she's still joking. But if she's serious, then I want to say, I know to that because when you are in a relationship and you guys have established that this is a committed relationship, distance should not be a determining factor to whether you're committed or not. If that person is investing their time, they're wanting to be committed to you, and because you're 20 miles or 1,000 miles away, so you should do something, then you're not ready. You're not ready for that. And that's why, look, let me just go off quickly, just
Yeah.
1 minute, right?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think that some of the reasons why, especially in our community, our Liberian community, some of the reasons why cheating is on the high level here is because our individuals in this community are very, very much of not so much high standards when it comes to relationship. Uh, High value. I think we lack what some of the high values that people need, like honesty, right? People are not honest. People are not sincere.
Mm.
People are not committed. They don't understand and this is in every sector. Even when you look at politics in our country, you
Mm.
look at just friendship in our society. You look at other small relationships and other groupings. You will see that people are not frank. People are not honest. People are not sincere. People are not committed to a cause. And so you put these people in relationship, what do you expect? Same thing. They will exhibit same values, right? But when you look in other communities, I have a few white friends I've been knowing for a very long time. When those guys, you sit down with them, you don't hear them talking about another woman business. They're married. You don't hear them talking about woman. But sit down, put like bring men together. They first, I mean, they're all 2 year old shit. The
Okay.
conversation we have all the time, the things we surround our minds with, we start to do them. And so our society is very toxic. Our Liberian society is very toxic. And so for many of us, these things are common things. We just cheat like we're drinking water from the fountain. It's very common. Both men
Okay.
and women, not every man alone. Both
Thank
men
you.
and
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank
Peterson, I mean, it's like Sam just kind of opened a whole can of worm here. I mean, that was really, really loaded. What's your take on that? Do you think the reason why, I mean, again, I think that is alluding to the topic on Tuesday. I mean, I would just say epidemic. Do you think the reason why there's a cheating or infidelity in our community because of those values that Sam mentioned? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Sam in the sense that not only is it enabled or encouraged, but if I'm among a group of Liberians and they're talking about, oh, this woman, that woman, and if I seem to not have a clue what they're talking about, you seem to be like outcast or like, who is this guy? What did they say? You bele or you whatever the terms are that they use on you. So then a lot of young people, not only young people, a lot of men, they say, okay, well, in order to measure arms or to say, okay, I belong, that sense of belonging, they go ahead and even if they are not doing it, they want to give that persona like, okay, I'm a typical Liberian man too. So they go ahead and even if they're making up stories, and sometimes I don't know if it's all true. And when Dream made that statement earlier, like we know we all know men cheat. That's a blanket statement. That's like an indictment on men to say, okay, we know all men cheat, and that is far from the truth. But because of the majority of men that we do see out there, they do engage in these extra, like I guess, relationship affairs, and like Sam said, is we are all proud of our environment. Is who you surround yourself with, and it says, "Show me your friend, I'll show you who you are." If you are hanging out with people and all we do is just talk about things that don't even matter, things that are not important, it's not going to make you grow, and that's what that mentality comes from.
Okay, so is it true that all Liberian that's not say all men,
Not
but
all men cheat.
I mean, do all Liberian men cheat? All Liberian
No,
men do they cheat? Okay,
no,
so not all Liberian men cheat.
no.
I can't say I know.
Patience. Let me ask you that question. Do you believe all Liberian men cheat?
No,
Is that a first? Okay, okay.
no, I do not.
I know personally that
But
not all Liberian cheat.
Thank
but
you,
I want
patience.
to comment on the statement that Sam made with like the interest. I think the whole cheating thing, especially with like the men part, women are tolerating that these days. Like we're settling for less than what we're supposed to settle for. We
Why you
let
think
these
that
things
is? Why you think that is? Why you answer that? Why you
because of
think?
the pressure that society put on us as women. At a certain age, you're supposed to be married, you're supposed to have a home, you're supposed to have it going. Then we meet this man. There's a lot of women in relationship that partner cheats on them. The moment he get on his knees to ask her to marry her, she goes jumping like he's the prize. We're not setting standards for ourselves, and people are not marrying people, especially our generation now, like in this current day. Men are not marrying women because they love them.
Because they're rude.
Most men, actually, it's not all. The men these days or current time are marrying women because of how much they can tolerate. They pick the ones that will let them, it's not just cheating, in general, that will let them do whatever they can do. What I hear a lot in the Liberian community is at the end of the day, he's coming home. Just come home. That's where the problem is. Because if you tell him you do this, don't come home. You stand on your foot and let him know this is what it is. And for us women, we see this man in a relationship or he's married. When he come, we open that door. I mean, for whatever reason it is, we're not standing together as women, and we have devalued ourselves to the extent that men feels like they can do whatever they want to do. At the end of the day, they have to be the one to ask us to marry them. If they don't ask us to marry them, we're not gonna get married. And some women are excited about that. So that's why all the problem is coming from. We sit at home and they do whatever they want to do. They have some women who does the same too. It goes both ways. Some men are okay with their wives stepping out and coming home. They're there. But these are like the bottom line. People are not taking the time to get to know their partner. They're not taking the time to actually like and love who they're with. You marry this person is home. You find someone out there who you can actually connect with and have conversation. Sometimes it's not just sexual. It's just you find comfort in someone else instead of your wife at home. That's cheating too. Instead of you taking the time to sit at the table and have conversation with your woman, you're investing it into somebody else. So we're not taking the time to like people. We're just rushing into the marriage thing. And for us women, society, that's how it has always been. Our parents then took it. Our grandparents then took it. It's a generational thing. And with all the pressure, once again, on women, men don't have as much pressure as we do. You guys can be 70 years old and want to marry a 20-year-old woman. Y'all can marry them. For us, women, it'll be like, oh, this one is old. She's this, she's that. It's just society puts a lot of pressure on women to the extent we're shrinking ourselves to be wives. That's where
Okay.
the cheating thing is leading to.
Okay, and you think, Ms. B, I'll go to you on the, and you think social media is contributing to that? I mean, if you see your friend, if you feel your friend married, I mean, on social media, do you think it's contributing to the pressure that Patience is alluding to? I mean, to the societal pressure?
Yeah, but first, full disclaimer, my argument was to bring a different perspective to the conversation. I've been with the same person for the last 17 years. So, and right now, some people are texting me like, Denise, really? Yes, I wanted to bring a different perspective to the conversation because that is a reality. There are people out there who would tell people, we don't talk about the fact that there are some men, come on, women, there are some men that are very straightforward with you. They're telling you like it is from the get-go. Not only are they telling, they say, you know what, I can do better. I can show you more than I can tell you. And you still have this mindset that you're going to change him. That is the biggest flaw we have. It's that mindset that we're going to change something. The sky is clearly telling you that it's black. No, I will make it gray. If I just look at it a little bit longer, give it a bright smile, humble myself, I will make this sky gray. No, you will not. And social media is a great place to really see, people for who they really are, because we are not blind. We all see these men being played out on social media. You see how he left the wife. He was all day talking last year about his wife, advertising her on social media. Oh, this is my rider, da da da. Then this year he went and had a whole wedding and put it on social media. Now I already know that wedding's not gonna last. The marriage he had this year is not gonna last. By winter time, he's gonna be figuring out how to check out when it's spring, right? And so we'll be back again seeing him saying, oh, I'm single, and then you think you're going to be the one to change him. That is the part that social media is only doing, is just letting you see all the more available cheating men that you can pick from, and women are choosing to pick for them because, like Patience says, unfortunately, society puts a lot of pressure. I will say one thing, as I listen to my daughter and my niece, I ain't your mama. That's the song they're listening to, and they're like, we're not getting married, right? So Gen Zer, I'm proud of these Gen Zer girls. They want to go to school. They want to make their money. They want to hold their own self down. They're not looking for no man to take care of them, and they have no tolerance. And so, yeah, it's changing. It's been like that for a while, Patience, but it's changing.
Okay.
Huh?
Titus, I didn't title on this on it. Okay, thank you, Ms. B. Titus, are you trying to say something, or you want off mute?
I wanted to throw light on another factor that social media is bringing to this conversation.
Go ahead.
And it has to do with what both of them said, right?
Mm-hmm.
The options that social media provides for men. Some 10 plus years ago, it used to be hard to even have access to other women. Men are hunters naturally. Now you don't even hunt. Women are advertising themselves every
Yeah.
day. You put your phone on, the first thing you see is some half naked woman. So I mean, I know the conversation is really being directed to men, but the women have equal responsibility in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Women are making it easier and easier for
Yes.
men to
Yep.
walk dishonorably in their relationships.
We
Mhm.
objectify ourselves so
It's right
much.
there. It's in your face. It's like a whole market. Come and get me. I'm
And the female rappers are the worst.
Not
Yeah, I'm
Marcus.
like,
Wait,
female
Denise,
rappers are the
wait,
worst.
Miss
Yeah.
B, Miss B, wait, Miss B, wait. That
and
time
as I
before you start.
said on Tuesday, for most men, sex is a physical activity. We're more logical and physical beings. You guys, women, are more emotional and nurturing beings. So a man going out there, a man will have more urge to step out there, even when it's not in his face, but because it's part of his nature and the amount of sperm cells that we men produce every day compared to you ovulating once a month.
Sure.
Nature has something to play in this. And to add to that, women are making this thing just overly easy for us.
Okay.
You know,
Thank
that's
you.
no excuse, that's no justification for men. I do not support or encourage cheating
Sure.
because that's a lot more than just, breaking a partner's heart, but
Okay.
the mental impact, the emotional impact, the psychological impact. So I don't support it, but
Okay.
just to bring balance to this conversation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you to our panelists. Great discussion, great discussion. We're going to keep this rolling for like an hour, 30 minutes because the comments are coming in hot. The panelists is like they're just ready to blow up, you know what I mean, for all kind of angles, right? But let's give the audience chance. Our phone number has changed tonight. Sorry, we didn't ready. I'll post that. So if you want to reach us, call us on 817-600-1525. You want to contribute to the comments tonight. If you want to, phone in and say something, anything on your mind regarding this topic. Can a broken trust be rebuilt? And now it's taking the whole relationship angle, different things. So 817-600-1525. Again, 817-600-1525. Mel, you are saying something.
Yes. Thank you, AB. Patient made a point. I just want to say something too. That men they rather be with women that would tolerate them. They are cheating, their bad habit. I would say something to you, patient. They are high value men will not go for a woman who would just tolerate him. All right. High value men will go for a woman who will tell him the truth. Like, this is wrong and this is how we do it. Correct you. I'd rather have a woman who would tell me my wrongs to make me better by helping me, telling me those things. Maybe I'm a blind spot, something called Jahara window. There are certain things I may be doing that I don't know the impact it has or they have on the next person. But someone who will be open and honest enough to tell me the truth, I would respect that person more than someone who employ me for my wrongdoing. So there are a lot of men out there. I'm not speaking for myself, but there are a lot of men out there who would prefer a woman that would tell them the truth. Yes, that is partially true, but it's not holistically true for all men. I just want to make that clear here before we move on.
Okay.
So can I say something?
Just hold on. We have a comment on the line. We have a call on the line. What's your name and what's your comment, please?
Huh?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
My name is Anna Kishley.
Okay.
My name is Anna Kishley.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
A trust you can rebuild. A trust can be rebuilt. It depends. On this, you guys can hear me.
We can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you. Everyone can hear you.
Okay. A trust can be rebuilt. It depends on the situation.
What situation?
I'm talking.
What situation?
Meaning, like, how your it depends on the cheating. How the cheating. If your husband or your partner cheated on you based on. I don't know. I keep hearing myself.
Then you gotta mute your device you are listening to, and then you can go ahead with your comment. We can hear you loud and clear.
Pay attention to the phone. Mute your device.
Yeah, mute your device and go ahead with your
The
comment.
thing is, the thing is, I'm using the same phone.
Okay. But we can hear you.
Move
We
on
can
the
hear
live.
you.
Clearly.
Hello.
Tell her to get
Hello?
off the get
Yeah,
off
let
the
me get off
thing.
the
Get
live.
off the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go off live and then make a comment?
Okay, then I will. Okay, then I will call back because I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. Do you have a comment?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. What's your name and what's your comment?
Oh, I'm Ash Kambu Fire. I'm calling from Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah, regarding the topic, you're talking about if a trust can be built.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it comes to the relationship aspect,
Yeah.
I don't know about others, but for me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't think so. Because just the thought of me hearing that my woman going out there and sleeping with another man,
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not letting her by.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. Good night. Bye. Okay. You have here. I mean, there's a. That is.
You know,
wait.
next time I
Miss-
wonder if we can do a poll. No, I'm just making a suggestion. We can do a poll while the show is going, because it seems like the men are always saying no, and then the women say, "Oh, okay."
That's why I said
It
most
depends.
Right.
Okay. Let me know you guys there. Dream, you've been burning to say something. What are you trying to say?
very much, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sam said a lot and it made a lot of sense with our
Okay, let me
culture.
just hold you there. Our caller is calling back. Let's give her the opportunity. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. Hello?
Okay. Yeah, you were talking about rebuilding.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was trying to say that you can build trust. I'm talking about based on relationship aspect.
Okay.
If my husband or a person, your partner cheat on you maybe one time,
Yeah.
it can be rebuilt, and it will all depend on that the person that did the cheating.
So in your opinion, if your husband cheat on you once and he promises you he's not going to cheat on you again, you're going to forgive him and rebuild that relationship?
We're speaking in general terms, not me. Don't refer to me.
No, I'm just I mean, it's in general term.
Yeah, if the person cheat on you one time
Mhm.
and come back and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, what I did," and show you, coming back, you have to be honest. Everything has to be on the board. Your phone, no code, none of that. Everything has to be transparent.
Okay.
And you, based on that person's behavior and attitude, y'all can build that trust again. But if you go back for the second time, no.
Okay. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Okay, Dream, go ahead. Sorry for me holding you there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Sam talked about culture and the surrounding men find themselves in. A lot of men want to just boast, like Pearson said, to liars and stuff. I'm just gonna say it that way. And so some of these things can be about upbringing. Some of these men never had much love growing up from their mothers. They weren't taught how to love a woman. They weren't taught how to, treat a woman right. So they're always out there. Men do have low self-esteem too. They want to be authoritative. They want to put that self in that, I can do whatever because I'm the man. I've had conversation with someone who said, well, I can cheat. Well, you can't cheat on me because you're a woman and I'm a man. So sometimes too, men just want to be in that higher up position. So they just say, I can do anything because I'm a man, like we're saying, society and whatnot. And then Patient also said something about women and tolerating, the things men do. I want to say sometimes she is very right, and also it's sometimes low self-esteem, and women are scared to move on and start over. I said it last week. Women are scared to, start over, going all back to that. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food stage? Is exhausting, and
Yeah.
women are trying to avoid, increasing body counts and whatnot. So all these things, So
Okay.
we're conscious about, like, what's his name says, Titus. When women get involved with a man, it's about emotion. We go there wholeheartedly with our, looking for something, some kind of connection. So going there with that, those are all factors, and I don't want to be sleeping here and there. So let me just manage with my cheating man. Some of those things too can be, factors.
Okay, so to that point, and to our previous quarter point, so it's like your partner cheated, and for those who saying they will forgive them, try to rebuild that trust. I mean, in that situation, are you going off to the ladies? If you forgive him, are you going to be his? Are you going to not become his mom, monitoring his phone, no call, no date? I mean, it's
You're gonna
Miss
have
B, wait, let me hold you there. Miss B, are you going to not be, if you forgive him and you say, you know what, let's rebuild that trust, are you not going to be his mom? No call on his phone. He should come home, set him, I mean, this time, everything is open book.
No, that's work. That's like being a parent to your partner, right? That's a lot of work. But what I did say is from the beginning, right? How you set the stage will determine the kind of relationship that you have. And so if you start out saying, you know what, we want full transparency along the lines here in this relationship, that means you have access to my device, I have access to your device. There's nothing you can hide from me. There's nothing that's secret to you, and vice versa. Then that kind of sets the tone for you not having to be monitoring, people's phones and emails and all those things. So no, I'm not about to forgive you and then have to do all of those things. But I want to kind of flip the script a little bit, right?
Sure.
When Dream talked about body counts, the guys on here, are you gonna stay away from a woman that has a lot of body counts? Is that a deterrent from you guys? Because I see us women are so forgiving and so understanding. All of you said no. You cheat on me, I'm gone. I'm not gonna take that. And the women are here saying, you know what, maybe I'll consider it. It depends, and so on and so forth. Okay, if we can be that understanding, she slept with 20 men prior before getting to you. Are you guys gonna be okay with that?
Okay, Peterson is you. Hello?
Peterson said no.
That's a definite no for me. So, and I think
Men are gonna say no. I mean,
yeah, it's a
men
no.
have 1,000 body counts, and
and this is why
Okay, Peterson,
most men.
Peterson, let me go you there. We have a comment. We have a caller. Caller, go ahead. Your name and your comment, please.
Hi, I'm Jerry, and I'm just speaking in general.
Okay.
This is not for any specific situation.
Sure.
But I feel like trust can be rebuilt in a relationship.
Okay.
And I feel like for a lot of relationships, cheating is not the end all be all.
Yeah.
It just depends on the situation, because sometimes people have built a lot together and they are willing to move past that. They are willing to work through the resentment. They are willing to communicate. They are willing to put in the work to keep building and move past whatever that cheating or whatever that person did. So it just comes down to the person who trust was being broken.
Mm-hmm.
Is this person willing to forgive?
Okay.
Is this person willing to work through the hurt?
Okay.
Is this person willing to go through counseling, to go through healing? It takes a lot. So it just all depends on the person.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you for your contribution tonight. We appreciate it. Okay. Peterson, you are saying something. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I was saying, the question was, if depending on body count, if you find out that somebody has 20 priors, will you be comfortable with that person? And I think this is why when a lot of men getting into relationships, we always want to know. I mean, and the women, they will usually downplay it, which a lot of men are okay with. Mm-hmm. But if the number gets high, then we're like, no, this one, I'm not going to take her serious. It's just, I guess, I'm just one of the next body count for her, basically.
Even though she might have changed, that was a prior life. You won't give her the opportunity to be a wife.
Well, you don't know if the person have truly changed, because it will always be in the back of your mind, like, okay, am I going to be the 21st or am I going to be the 22nd? So with that is approach with caution, because you're going to be like, you're not going to trust that person fully.
Okay.
Right.
Titus.
Women should
Wait.
jump.
Wait. Hey, Trey, let me hold you. Let the guys address this question. Titus, go ahead. Titus, the issue of body count that Miss B and Dream brought up. The body count. Are you going to, if a lady have had a couple of dudes, are you going to, and now she meet you and she's serious with you, you know, she want to marry you, are you going to give her the opportunity?
Apparently, we consider the probability of her, you know, including us into that count, right? And in as much as we don't like to deal with people based on their past, for men, we're very assertive with what we want. We're clear about it. We know what we want. And a man will settle where he can have some peace of mind. So if that woman is really on a different path, I think you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see some of it. You know, if she has left some of those tendencies behind, those quick, you know, excitement tendencies. And I mean, to be honest, some of them are really good at pretending and hiding it, right? So I think depending on the time you're with this individual, like my brother Peterson said, approach with caution.
Okay. Thank you, Mel.
Well, I think similar question like that came up last Tuesday. That we mentioned people are capable to change and be better version of themselves.
Yeah.
And I mean, past is their past, but where are they going, right? What are their next steps? What are they thinking of doing? If this person is ready to settle down and they are honestly doing it with honesty, I personally will be willing to work with this person. Their past is their past. I don't know what have caused them to do that. Psychologically, when they were kids, something happened. But that doesn't mean you just walk into it, right? You got to be kind of observant and make sure the person is actually honest and they are ready to change. So whether they have 20 men in the past, 30 men, but once they made up their mind to be better version of themselves, I'm ready to work with them. I'll give you an example, guys. There's a woman, right? You know, who once was a prostitute, okay, that slept with countless of men. We're talking about 20 here body count. And this lady, at some point, realized her value, decided to change, and even spoke about her activities in the past. Like, this is what I was doing. I slept with men that I didn't even know. You know, it's just I meet this person. It happened just for money, right? That person have become one of the best women for a guy. Why am I saying this? People can change and be better. In that case, yes. When they are willing to work with you, moving in the future to do things right, I don't mind. But if this person saying I'm ready and still, you know, not sure of it and keep, you know, dangling between options, I'm sorry. I can't handle that kind of thing, because at the end of the day, if your mind is not made up, you can easily go back in that activity. You can fall back in those things. So yes, body count matters, but if you're willing to change, I'm willing to work with you.
Okay, Dream, you've been burning to say something. What's your comment, quick?
So why, if the body count doesn't necessarily have to be based off of prostitution? It could be she just wasn't lucky to have somebody to settle down with.
That is even better, Dream.
That
is better.
Okay, there's a comment here. You know, I think to you guys, point Denise and Dream. You know, men sleep with countless women. Why does women body count matter so much so than these men? Guys, why
can I address that real quick with a quick question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So a master key that opens multiple locks versus a lock that is
wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. He's going.
Lock has to be opened by multiple keys.
Wow.
Patience, your reaction. What you got to say to
Go
that?
ahead, Patience. See you home.
Once again, is this since sexism men
Uh-huh.
feels like they can do what they want to do, and
Mhm.
it's okay because they're men.
Yeah.
And if us women do it,
Mhm.
that brings our value down. That makes certain men don't want to be with us.
Yeah.
But if a woman love a man, it doesn't matter. Then we're not even talking about just the sex part. It doesn't matter what he have, who he is, where he came from.
Yeah.
We are going to hold it down for you until you become the man you want to be.
Yeah.
But men, you guys, I think it's more of the options because you guys have options now. So it's like, okay, she's
What
not.
what options are you talking about?
Women, I'm talking about women. Okay, you have set this standard. Like, okay, this is what I want, and this is how I want my woman to be. And whoever you're with at that moment, if it's not giving what is given, you move on to the next one. For getting to know you are adding on to that woman body count too. As you move from one woman to the next, you're adding on to our body counts. So how do you guys expect us not to have body counts if you're not willing to take us there because of your standards that you have? So this is the whole thing. It's not fair to us women that you hold that against us because we're here trying to build something, build a life. And you're here due to the past. You're hanging the past over this person like, okay, she been through X amount of people, so I'm not going to be with her. I'm going to go to the next person. Then when you go to the next person, you pick point like, oh, this one have a certain something. I'm going to go to the next person.
Yeah.
You guys are the reason why we have body counts in the first place. So
Okay.
where do we go from there?
Okay. So again, another commenter here is that if women can have self-control, why can't men have self-control too?
Exactly.
Peterson, take this one.
Yeah, so men can have self-control, but I think like what Titus has been saying from the previous episode until now,
Sure.
men are more physical. So is you will hear from a lot of, I guess, so-called experts that a man can step out, of the relationship, and he could care less about that person that he's going to, because it's more physical to him. It's not like an emotional attachment. So with that, men do practice self-control, but it is, I guess, much harder for them because we are physical beings. We are wired like physically.
Why is self-control harder for men? Why? Why is it like, I mean, you're talking about physical. Why is it? I mean, self-control is self-control. To go, if you have your girlfriend, why can't you, or wife or fiance, why can't you control yourself just to be with her? I mean, why is that so difficult?
I mean, I'm not saying it's difficult personally, but for a lot of people, it might be because if you see something or you see another female, for example, you might think like, oh, okay, this is more of a physical attraction than chemistry or than anything else.
Do you think, I mean, to Patient's point, like there's a lot of pressure on women these days. Is there also like from social media, from everything, from gathering, you go among your friends, everything. Do you think a lot of pressure on men, maybe like to cheat or to be dishonest? In society putting a lot of pressure on men as well. Mel.
Oh, sorry, I was a little bit kind of trying to follow through. Could you
We have 15 minutes to go here, so I will let's stop. But Mel, do you think a lot of pressure on men as well to be dishonest in their relationship, like to cheat or not to practice self-control? Do you think a lot of societal pressures, social media, or everything else?
I wouldn't say that, but what I would say is though the availability of other female that will allow a married man to be with them. A man is married and talking to you and you allow that, right? And you okay with being a side chick. It puts people in that position. At the end of the day, brother, women are different, right? Once you been with one woman and you step outside of her as a man and come in contact with another woman and you experience that different in the bedroom, there's a problem in that home. And why allows that is because the availability of female out here and the stats we gave here, right? There are more women than more men in present day, right? So I don't know the number exactly, but women are more than men. So these things kind of creates the environment for men to see the need to cheat, to go out there and do something outside. And just, I don't want to see as pressure, but the availability of women and just the way things are structured in terms of relationship, women are willing to be okay being side chick and not say anything. And once
So
like
even
that,
if, so let's come back to the trust issue. So
They don't
even
have
if,
trust, don't mind anymore.
wait, Titus, let me just push this on me a little bit. I
Alright,
mean, wait, dream. Even like you have your wife or your fiance, and then some other chick is trying to be a side chick. Are you willing to cheat on your wife or be dishonest to her just because someone is bugging your phone? Hey man, I'm here.
this is not, let's be honest, this is not personal, okay? I'm not
No,
speaking.
no. General. Are you comfortable?
Generally
Are you?
speaking.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, my brother, right? Let's say, I will give you an example to kind of illustrate my point.
Sure.
Let's say you have apple, so to speak, right? You enjoy eating apple. You know the pleasure, you know what you get from apple, right?
Yeah.
You have one here, you enjoy that apple.
Yeah.
And then there is another one out there sparkling, glittering,
Jesus.
you know, fresh.
Yeah.
And this apple tempting you. This apple is calling you, right? How strong you are, I don't care how strong you are, right? You would resist it, but if it's persistent, you will fall.
Okay.
Right?
Let me hold you that.
So my point here is, yes, it creates that environment to cheat, for men to cheat on their partner.
Okay, patience.
No, I just want to comment on what Melvin said.
Sure.
You create the environment for you to cheat because, first of all, you're giving this person your number. When this person added you on Facebook, you're accepting the friend request. The first time they come in your inbox, you entertain the conversation. You create the environment. When she asks you for your number, you say no. Yeah. She come in your inbox. I got a wife, blocked. Are you blocked? The temptation is not tempting you anymore. You pull yourself out of that. That's what we're talking about, self-control. You pull yourself out of that situation because you expect us women to be faithful and committed and not entertain body counts. But you guys are not holding yourself responsible as well too. You open the door. That's why I said cheating is a choice, because you open that door, you create that environment to welcome somebody else into your life. You won't be sitting at home, all of a sudden somebody just texts your phone. No. So she's not tempting you. You're opening the avenue for that.
Okay. Mel, let me hold you that quick. Dream, I know you want to contribute to that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so to answer what Vision said, you're talking about the apple being in the store. Why not? Sure. If you don't go in the store, the apple will not, you'll not see the apple, it will not see you.
Okay. Miss B, let me get a little chance to follow up on Mel here. Miss B.
I want to say, I'm just going to say, I know y'all men about to jump all over me. Y'all are weak.
Right.
That's just the reality. Y'all lack self-control because you guys are weak. You go around here talking about your physical strength. That is not even a thing when it comes to relationships. You guys are emotionally and mentally weak. And you're very needy beings.
Easy.
You're very needy beings. The thing that you guys talk about, temptation, that's your neediness. Your neediness, then your need to be have attention. Your need to be catered to, your need to be adored, your need to be physically satisfied. It's your neediness. You have dependency issues that you need to deal with, and your inability to be, to not be emotionally strong. But us women, you may be able to physically beat us, but the reality is when you put everything else that we have strength in, we're stronger than you guys. That's why we have self-control. We're well-disciplined beings, right? And it's by choice. Because the time I would take to say, let me go cheat on you, I'm like, no, I have to go show my body to somebody else. I got to make time for this person. I got to start cooking for this person. It becomes so much work when I add up all the things I got to do to go cheat on you. It becomes work, and therefore I don't even want to entertain it. Not you. You will cross the Red Sea. You will
Okay.
climb the highest mountain just to
Okay.
get to that apple that you're talking about, Melvin.
Show
And
me
it's your
apple.
weakness.
Get over here, Al.
Please. Man, I'm
Okay,
tired of
okay.
y'all. Go deal with y'all weaknesses, please.
Okay, Mel, now I have given the ladies opportunity to pat up on you. What's your take? It says like Miss B is saying, hey, first of all, let me just recap for you quick. What
I got everything. I got
Okay,
everything.
you got it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, all right, guys. I know. I said things here that spark this lady, but I'll say this, right? Men and women, who's considered a hunter? Who considered the one that will step out there and approach woman?
Man.
And approach the man, right? Now, let's say I am the hunter. Majority of the time, men will be the one looking for the woman. Correct? Are we all aligned on that piece?
You wired that way.
So I am the hunter as a man, for example, right? I hunt.
Not to hunt women. Go hunt food.
No,
But you already have a reach at home, though.
Let's
You have somebody at
Okay, guys. Mel, I give you 1 minute to get to your point. Okay? Get to your
I'm
point. Get to
speaking
your point.
figuratively, so I'm not talking
Okay.
about hunting animals. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
What I'm trying to drive here is,
Uh-huh.
if I have that nature in me, right,
Sure. Yeah.
to go and look for a woman, right, and I get one good one, and then there are other women out there bringing themselves to me, what do you think going to happen?
Leave them.
But
I'm-
wait, Mel, but let me hold you there though. You said why you are a hunter, you have hunted and you have gotten what you want.
Yeah.
Why, even if you got 1,000 people throwing themselves at you, why are you even, it's like, why are you even, to Patient's point, why are you even encouraging that?
Yes, the point I was trying to make for asking that
Is
question.
it because the female is hunting you now, so you feel like, oh yeah, that you
yes, the point.
Is
Yes,
it
the
because
point
you
I'm
have a bunch
trying-
of females hunting you?
No,
so
he's
now
the
the
meat.
screws are flipped? Is that what you're
Now
saying?
you
So it's
Yes,
okay?
the point I'm trying to make, AB.
Okay, what's your point?
I
Get
know
to your
you're
point.
trying
You
to
have
be
been
kind on me.
trying to make your
You
point.
are a
insightful.
man
Listen to
here.
me.
You are a man here, and I'm not trying to back these things. I'm giving you
man talk.
example of why these things happen, not to employ them. And I want to make that straight. Not to say
Sure. No, yeah,
okay to
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
But if you are the one looking, you find one and you see other coming, it creates that environment. I'm speaking to why it happened. Okay. I'm not saying I employ it as a man and it's okay to happen. This is why they do happen.
Okay.
Do I do that? Absolutely not.
Okay,
But those are the reasons.
Okay, get your point. Okay, guys, listen, we have 8 more minutes here. I promise that we're going to take 1 hour, 30 minutes here. We have 8 more minutes here. Great discussion. I mean, it's like the panelists here, the females and the males are going at it. Our callers, our commenters, they are really giving us a lot tonight. I mean, there's a hot topic. Can a broken trust be rebuilt? Can a broken trust be rebuilt? So we have 8 more minutes. I will go around with my last questions and then maybe closing comments, and then we can move on. So Dream, like a view, in a sense, like you mentioned, I'll come back to you. You forgive your husband. What are some of the things he needs to achieve for you to move on in our relationship? Is it, I mean, it's like, I just want to know that. I just want to see some clarification on that.
First of all, I want to know why you cheated.
I
want to know every detail. What wasn't I doing right? What is it that made you say, to get involved with another person in the first place? I want to know. And first of all, we're gonna start with, like everybody else is saying, transparency. You're gonna have to be transparent with me. We're gonna have that open conversation. What do I need? If I'm the problem, what do I need to do differently? Or like, I just need that assurance. I need you to be honest with me. So if it's something I think I can work with, then we can try it. But then I'm going to need to see a lot of work. Like I said, you're going to have to take me out more. You're going to have to be involved into everything that, surrounds our home. You have to be involved with me more. I have to see the work.
Were you in that situation involve third parties, or you were just handling it with your husband or your partner?
I definitely just handle my husband.
Okay. Mel, my last question to you. You said absolutely no, you cannot you know, if you're, I mean, let's stick to the relationship aspect here. If your wife, fiance, whoever cheat on you, there's no way you're going to forgive her. You're going to move on. Why is that? Can't you, like, why wouldn't you? If she say, you know, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Can you just forgive me? Let's move on. Because like a previous caller said, you guys have built so much together. Are you going to walk away from everything that you guys have built just because maybe of one mistake?
Yes, I will. And here's why. I know myself. Okay. I know myself. I'm looking at it not just for that moment, in long term. I'm not going to trust this woman. I'm not going to respect her. And I never want to disrespect any woman. So to avoid that, right? For me disrespecting you, for me not trusting you, for me talking to you as someone who I don't value. I respect my mother, and also that should go to my wife. So knowing that happened, it broke me. And I'm not going to be able to be the same person I am with you when we first have it. So knowing myself, you know, out of respect and out of respect for the woman, I'd rather walk away. So then when I see her, I can still have that respect I have for her and still have that conversation I can have with her. So those are the reasons why I wouldn't consider those things. That is my deal breaker.
Okay, so yeah, so let me just reverse it a little bit. I'm going to get to this, and the commenter here brought it up. So let's say it was reversed. You know, you said you're a hunter, and then now you're being hunted, and then mistakenly one of the apple, you made mistake one of the apple, and you go eat the apple. Should your wife forgive you?
Well, it's a good question, but here's what I would say to that. I think I answered earlier. Whoever
no, yeah, I don't think if you answer
when I said it's up to the woman to make that decision, and I will respect your decision. I think that was an answer to the identical question. So it's not double standard. Or I mean, I would be remorseful. Okay, first of all, I pray for that not to happen. I pray to not cheat on my wife, and I hope God gave me not to kind of keep on being me.
Will you tell her that, to be honest, you say that could be honest with your face, you know yourself, and you can never trust her. Will you tell her, you say, you know what, I can never trust you if you do this to me. So I don't want you to trust me that I do this to you. You know what? Let's just walk away, because you know I can never trust you if you do this to me. So I don't want you trusting me because I've done this to you.
And that's a good way to approach it. I gave you my standard and my principles. And what I would do in this case, if it happens, which I pray not to, but for the purpose of this conversation, if it does happen, I will be remorseful, okay? I will be honest, okay? And it's up to her to make that decision, and I will respect the decision that she will make moving forward from there.
Are you going to trust yourself, though?
To not do it again.
Yeah, are you going to trust yourself?
That'll be something we'll have to work on.
That's a you problem. That's not a we problem.
Okay, guys. Okay. Now,
I love your response.
I
love your answer.
Okay, guys. Let's move on. Miss B, my last question to you. We're talking about a broken trust. I know you said like you will give someone a long rope, okay? Through all that long rope, and the person cannot maybe change or whatever, and you finally work. What's your final breaking point? I guess. I mean, you have given the person all the opportunities.
Well, I have exes for a reason, and I haven't gone back, and so there have been some infidelity in the past, and just if I didn't see any change, and honestly. So I'm married to an African American. My very first relationship was, I've had 3 long-term relationships. So now y'all know my
your body count
history. My body. My first relationship was an African American, and we were together for 3 years. I left him not because of cheating. There was cheating in that relationship, but the main reason I left him was like, oh, let me go try being with my Liberian man. Went in with the Liberian man for 4 years, and they love to give me a ring because the first one gave me a ring. I left him. The Liberian man engaged me, but he was a notorious cheater. I mean, I don't even want to say how many times he cheated on me, right? I would have stayed. And sometimes it's you stay because of you leave maybe because you're young, or you stay because you're old. I would have stayed because when you say hardworking, a provider, man, ladies, I got a 2-carat ring from Jared, so he had money, right? If I wanted to just be comfortable, and sometimes that patients, that's why they stay or they tolerate. You want to be comfortable, you want to be taken care of, but you're going to be dealing with somebody who's always going to be cheating on you. The disrespect will always be there. And I looked at it and I weighed. I said, yes, I will always be taken care of. I may not even have to work if I stay with this person. And so I left. But it took me a long time. Like I said, I stayed in that relationship for 4 years. And when you're dating somebody, you're not only just with them, the family's in the relationship with you too, unfortunately. So it's like when you break up with that person, they got to go through that breakup too.
Sure.
So for me, once I leave, though, I didn't go back, right? And so now I'm in my current relationship and we've been together for a long time. And so I will be there, I'll be invested. But at some point, if I'm not seeing that there's this thing that I want and I'm ever growing, I'm going to leave. I'm gonna exit, and I don't look back. So there's no opportunity to go back or rebuild. That's me, my final stance.
Okay, thank you. Titus, I know you mentioned that for you it's a no. Your partner, again, I would throw the same question I threw to Mel. You come, you say, "Hey, I'm very, very sorry, man. Can you please forgive me? You guys have built a whole lot together. Why can't you say, hey, you know what? I forgave you. Why is your tolerance level so that very low? Is like, whether high or low. I mean, why is your tolerance level so high? Say, you know what? Nope, it's a no for me. Why?
It will always be a 0. And again, I stay with that. The reasoning that I've been providing from the previous episode to now, just the difference in men and women. People might call it double standard, but this is reality. If you are in tune with the universe and nature has its way. And the reason some of us men overall and women will continue to have this issue is because women have not brought themselves to the understanding of the nature of men. In as much as we are against, because as I said, if you are committed to a woman, stepping out on her will break her, it will damage her, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally. But if you know as a man, dependent on your nature, you're willing to explore that side of who you are, have an honest conversation with this woman. If you cannot, suppress that, yourself and those natural instances, have a conversation with her. Hey, ma, one woman is not for me. I'm a man. I'm very in tune with who I am as a man and my natural and biological makeup. I think I'm gonna need more than one woman.
Okay, and just quick to that. I mean, that's not. Do you encourage men to maybe like to your point, or are you as you enter into a relationship, are you having those kind of honest conversation? Are you encouraging men to have those kind of honest conversation? If that's not you, if you're not used to having one woman, do you think the man should be honest with the woman and say, hey man, I'm the kind of man I like 2, 3. Is that what you're encouraging?
Men who are there should have that conversation. Me personally, I have a very, I don't want to toot my own on here, but my self-discipline level is really high, right? We've grown over the ages. We've become, we've brought ourselves by God's grace on different levels spiritually. So we're able to be disciplined, right? And suppress that nature. So this is not to say that we encourage that, but it's just that women will always face that issue and try to begrudge men and see them as this enemy because they don't understand. The more women come to the understanding of what the nature of man is.
Why is it that women have to understand that? Why can't it be both men and women understanding that once you enter a union or a relationship, and
that's what I said. I think men have suppressed this conversation over time because
Okay.
seeing that women are not open to this conversation,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And so they rather live this double standard life. You know, they're polygamous secretly. They're not openly polygamous because this conversation is a bigger conversation for our community and especially African men.
Okay.
So yeah,
Thank
we
you.
do
Thank you.
have our standard, right? And based on what I understand about our biological makers, man versus woman, this is
Yeah.
why my tolerance for that, for a woman stepping out, knowing that she's going to be emotionally attached.
Okay.
I'm not. So that will always be a zero tolerance.
Okay. So Peterson, there is this commenter here. I'm going to give this one to you. So it says some men are narcissists. They will cheat and gaslight you into believing that you are the cause. What's your take on this? That's my last question to you. What's your take on this? Do you
Yeah, I don't believe that that's the norm or that's true because there are people who will make it who will blame the woman and say, "Oh, the you are denying me," or like I don't feel satisfied in this way or that way, which like patients have been saying, cheating is a choice. It's a conscious decision that the man is making. So those who go ahead and blame the woman, and some women, they do believe that when they're told like, "Oh, it's your fault that I'm stepping out. You don't do this, you don't do that," and some of them they actually believe that, and which boils down to this self-esteem issue that was discussed earlier. If you value yourself, it doesn't matter what that man tells you as an excuse. There's no room for you shouldn't be like victimized. You are the victim, and then you've been victimized again by him telling you like, "Oh yeah, it's all your fault." And if you're a good wife or a good woman, I wouldn't have no reason to do this. But from what I said on Tuesday, some men are just greedy. It doesn't matter like what they have at home, they will
Okay.
still go ahead and step out. So
Okay.
if somebody ever does that, that's a no.
Okay. Thank you. Patience, my last question to you. You said cheating is a choice. What will you say to those whether men or women out there who I say, you know what, if a man cheat on me once or my woman cheat on me once, I'm just going to forgive them because we have built so much together. I will just forgive them and for us to move on. But for you, cheating is a choice. When someone does that, it's a no for you. What's the message to those folks who said, you know what, give him a second chance or give her a second chance?
I don't even know how to answer that question, but that's a personal choice too. I mean, if you're okay with
If they must stay, man, let them know what they can do.
I can't tell them because I won't know what to do because I won't stay. But that's a choice that you're making. If you feel like you can handle it, but for me personally, I know I can't. If you feel like you can handle it and you're gonna put everything else you guys have built in the years over your emotional health and your safety, because chances are if you guys start having problems again in a relationship, he's gonna fall right back to his old habits. Like he will definitely find a way out again some way somehow. If you have the heart to keep forgiving and holding on the mansion you guys built together, the children you have, the $1 billion you have in your account, and you're gonna cry yourself to sleep every night, I pray God continue to give you the strength, because they have some women who can do it, but I'm not one of Jesus' strongest disciple.
That a true disciple of Christ.
Okay, well, with that, we have come to the end of our show. We went 1 hour 30 minutes on this topic. We went 1 hour 30 minutes on this topic. It's a great topic, great conversation. Can a broken trust be rebuilt? And hey, man, it's like some folks are saying it should. Some folks say, hey, hell no. So it's like, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Hope you'll be here Tuesdays and Thursdays for these kind of topics, and then on Fridays we switch over a little bit, kind of have a big, like, weekly business and finance chat. So tomorrow we're going to be at 5 p.m. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays is always topic like this, right? So, rival our community. A lot of stuff going on. So thank you so much, guys. Glad I could tune in tonight. So thank you and good night. So say good night, guys.
Good night, guys. Good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks
Good
for the
night.
comment.
Thanks for
Please
tuning
know
in.
when to
Yep.
walk away.
Au
Good night.
revoir.
Oh, I say American